The summer update for Hogwarts Legacy is out now and it adds and changes more than you might think, with most players totally having a very good reason to boot up the game again. And when you do, after installing the patch, you will get multiple notifications for brand new cosmetics that immediately appear in your inventory, so just go to the transmog menu for the glasses and you can select the circular tapped spectacles, of course the glasses from Harry Potter. Pretty cool that they added these, but even cooler is the new Azkaban themed gear that you find in the outfit section. Yes, now you can run around as a prisoner and the professors will comment on your outfit as well, since it's of course very out of place.
That doesn't look like the regulation uniform to me.
Now sadly these are not new lines, but the ones the professors also use when you unequip everything, so walk around school in your PJs. Still fun that they have these for the Azkaban outfit as well though.
I see we have forgotten our robes today. Distracted by our studies, no doubt.
If you check your brooms after installing the patch, you will find the first of 2 new brooms added with this update, called the Lavender Borealis broom. I think it already looks pretty awesome, but the coolest part is that you leave this purple smoke effect behind when flying. You especially see the smoke when moving your camera and can of course see it in the brand new photo mode as well. More on that photo mode in a moment, by the way, it's bigger than you might think. First, let's look at the secret room that was added with this patch, because if you actually go to the Spinned Witch's sporting needs shop in Hogsmeade, you will find a brand new broom called the Dark Lightning for 2000 galleons, and it's well worth it in my opinion. Like obviously these new brooms are not faster, but this one has an even more noticeable purple dark magic effect. And I would not be surprised if the director's cut includes more of these special cosmetic items. Yes, we learned that there's a Hogwarts Legacy director's cut in development thanks to Jason Schreier. He talked about what's going on at Rocksteady that led to the disappointing Suicide Squad launch, and at the end of the article it's noted that many of the studio's employees are now helping to develop a new director's cut version of Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, very interesting for one, a new tactic inside Warner Bros. Games that like multiple studios are working together on one project, and it likely means that it's going to be pretty big. Sony kind of started the trend of releasing director's cuts for their PS4 games on PS5 with Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding, and both games added brand new content, new modes, changes to the main game, cosmetics, like really a ton of stuff. And they also had a way for people who already owned the base game to upgrade to the new director's cut for of course a way lower price. Now let me know what you hope to see in this director's cut. Like, it has to be new story content, right? New spells, I hope new progression systems, a new region to explore. I will of course keep you posted here, but this is really exciting. I did not expect this. If you did not pre-order Hogwarts Legacy, then you will now have access to the Onyx Hippogriff mount that was first a pre-order bonus. I like this one a lot, and you can find it in the mount section of the gear menu. And by the way, a quick PSA, when on PS5, if you use the Fidelity and Ray Tracing mode, the game can crash. They are working on a fix, but for now make sure that you don't use that combination. A big new feature that people could access through mods on PC already, but that is now available for everyone in the game, is the ability to reset talent points. As you might know, there are 36 talent points in total in Hogwarts Legacy, but 48 talents, so you had to pick and choose. Well, now you can reset individual talents for 200 galleons each. Like for example, you can remove a passive effect on a spell that you don't want anymore and spend that talent point on something you first could never unlock. You can also reset your talent points in one go for a combined price. I did it here for science, but I can't really recommend it because it will cost you a ton and high chance you will be unlocking talents you already had anyways. So better reset them individually. Everyone now has access to the Felix Felicis potion that can reveal chests on your mini-map, so you can more easily see where they are, especially nice when exploring the open world. You can of course craft it at the Room of Requirement if you have the necessary resources. Now again, that photo mode is pretty big, including the option to change the season. Let's look at that, and the biggest addition actually for most players. Of course, if you liked the video so far, leave a like, that would really help me out, and subscribe to be up to date on the future of Hogwarts Legacy. Like, the biggest thing of the update is totally the fact that everyone can now play the best mission in the game, the minding your own business, that you find over here in Hogsmeade. If you have not finished the main story yet, then you will see it pop up after it becomes winter, and then do 2 missions during this season to see the quest. I don't want to spoil anything, but this is the best mission in the game, period. It's an hour long, has unique mechanics, multiple boss fights, some light horror elements, and gives you a pretty nice outfit in the end, and also your own Hogsmeade shop where you can sell your items for a slightly higher price. So really worth it to reinstall the game for this mission if you are on Xbox, PC and Switch, in my opinion, because it kinda can feel like a DLC quest in a way. This was of course already available on PlayStation at launch. And it's really cool to use the photo mode during this quest. Joyce, the photo mode expert here on the channel, you've been toying around with this new feature and it includes a lot, right?
Indeed it does. I am really impressed with the variety of options they've added. First and foremost, the photo mode will be unlocked after you complete the mission to gain access to the field guide, which is pretty early on in the game. To activate it, you want to go to the field guide menu and check the right corner of your screen. There is now a button prompt that you can press to enter the photo mode. You can of course do this while walking around Hogwarts. In this example, I found these students standing around a howler and thought that would be the perfect moment for my character to shine. Because next to the regular options like changing the exposure, focus distance, adding frames, they've also added character poses. You can really play around with these. You can even let them sit down. Yes, finally. And you are able to hide your NPCs with the press of a button if you don't want them in your picture. You can also enter photo mode while flying around on your broom or on your trusted mount. You don't have to worry about the time of day, by the way, because there is an option to change this while in the mode, so you don't have to go to your dorm room first to sleep anymore. A little side note is that the time of day changes and the ability to sit down are sadly only available while in photo mode. We cannot do these actions outside of this mode. The same is the case for the seasons, because you are able to change these in photo mode, so you can switch back to winter time, for example, for a snowy winter wonderland effect, but you can't do this outside of the mode. Also, little downside to this, if it's already winter in your main story save, the snow will unfortunately stay on the ground no matter what season you pick. This might be a bug and I hope they fix this, but yeah, good to keep that in mind. And I didn't expect a lot from the filters, but they actually add some really nice effects and moods to your screenshots, like a little rain in the somber one, or the crazy Deathly Hallows filter, where it feels like they are looking straight into my soul. You are also able to take great environment shots with the photo mode, because next to hiding your NPCs, you can hide your own character as well to take this stunning picture of Hogwarts Castle, for example. The field of view camera can go pretty far, so lots of options for creativity. And finally, you are able to open the photo mode during combat. The particles and other effects of your spells will stay while using the mode, which results in these great action shots. I for sure have a lot of fun using this. Back to you, Jor.
Looks very cool indeed. It would have been awesome if this was a feature at launch though, so we could immediately do like end of the video photo mode showcases like we do for a lot of other games. Although with the director's cut coming and hopefully some substantial DLC, we can totally introduce it there. So make sure you head to our Discord, the link is in the pinned comment, and they can share your shots there, and maybe you'll be in the next Hogwarts Legacy video. And real quick, they also did some fixes and changes. First, the duelist mask and other similar masquerade masks would clip through outfits when the hood was on. Did not look great, but now they fixed it, so it looks nice in combination with the hoods. Players reported the fact that they could not get any damage from red loyalist attacks, which made them way easier, should now be addressed. If you had trouble getting all the 34 field pages from the West Bell Tower, like one did not count, they said that they fixed it now, so let's hope they did. In this bandit camp, one of the blocks would spawn in a cage that you could not open, which should now be resolved. And I had this issue around launch, where in the Dark Arts arena, I could not use the Dark Arts spells anymore, because I was equipping regular spells in loadout 1. This should now finally be fixed. I agree, it would have been cool if we already got some DLC and more content in this update, but we at least know they're working on a director's cut now. When we know more, I will of course let you know, so subscribe to not miss it. A like would really help me out, and check out my previous video by clicking on the screen. I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.